Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back. It is good to see you here for more of High Fleet Deus and Nobis. This game available very soon on Steam. We've taken a look previously at the prologue, and now we're going to take our first look at the full campaign. This game has been quite promising, and man, I just cannot get over the atmospheric art style of this game, the music, and the it really just feels like a game from the 90s, but also the early 2000s, with aerial combat and aircraft carriers in the style of Homeworld. A lot of people mentioning a game I think called Hammerfall that the developer worked on previously, and it's just got a lot of great stuff in here. Deserts of Karak and Hard Space Shipbreaker that all come together for a wonderful experience. If you haven't seen my previous video on that, make sure you go back. Before watching this video, please stop here, come back in just a little bit, and go watch the other video. I promise you it'll be worth it to go more in depth about the story and to see a lot more of the combat of the game, and also to kind of explain the, well, basically what's going on with our specific group, and setting up, of course, the whole framework of what's going on in High Fleet and why these factions may be at war. Well, we're going to go ahead and start a new campaign here today, which basically just picks up right off where we did from the previous prologue, as, of course, the prologue and campaign go seamlessly with each other. Very nice touch, I'd say. This game also has the ability to make your own ships and do skirmish battles, too, if you'd like to, and the combat in this game is quite fun, as well as many of you may have seen the landings are quite challenging, too. So, again, as a reminder, we're almost up to the big 1,000,000 subs. Everybody who subs is getting us one step closer. Smash that like button for Mama Susan so the algorithm will promote this video. And most importantly, if not the channel, at least to promote High Fleet Deus and Nobis, because the thing I'm a big fan of is good and interesting games that need to be exposed to more people. And at least somebody may find this maybe today or a few years from now and be like, oh, what the hell? What's this? And then enjoy it. And that's a good feeling. Well, let's go ahead and jump in. We'll start ourselves a new campaign here, our previous one being under, I think, Bravo, so we'll start a new one here, and Prologue will be off, and we'll pick up where we left off, basically. Oh boy, a lot of text here. This game is wordy as it tries to set up the feel. I think this also reminds me a lot of Dune, too, how the kind of the factions work and how they're like families and such. So just go ahead and pause there if you'd like to read anything. And we'll read more of the text between the characters. But anytime you want to read, go ahead. And we will leave the captain's cabin. Grand Duke, you must choose the ships that will join us for the Kiva offensive. Okay. Scroll down. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we have to scroll down by just going to the bottom of the page. Hey, look at that. Sevastopol, our strategic heavy cruiser. Qumran, the longbow. We have ourselves a carrier. Triumphant, Wanderer, the Fennec. Wow, okay. How exactly do we choose these then? Oh, we're dropping them on the left side, maybe? Ah, yes, okay. Alright, well, let's go with ships that I know to be quite useful from previous experiences. We'll do 2 Narvans, a Gladiator, which is fantastic, and, of course, any leftover money we have, we get to spend on weapons and missiles. We also need some very fast ships, too, for interception. And I think the Gladiator was one of those fast ships. Let's also go with a Fennec. And we'll also go with a... hell, why not a carrier? Oh, it's just out of the budget, though. Ah, we got to, otherwise... What yeah, we have to. we have to. Wow, 142,000 for the Sevastopol, the second one? Crazy. And all leftover money can go towards fuel and weapons. Let's begin. You were days away from departing for Kiva to begin our offensive when the strange Elam in a golden mask approached me. No Elam can endure the open air for long, so many of them hide their faces. I'd grown used to that. But this one was unlike the others. People began to whisper when he walked by. Other Elams called him Elshere and treated him with particular reverence. I know that the Dowd questioned him. He tried to get him to talk about the people who came with him on the Sevastopol, but he apparently didn't get very far. This Elam convinced the crew of the Sevastopol to take the ship to That is all we know about him. I cannot imagine what he did to convince them, but in doing this he earned our eternal gratitude. Without the cruiser, our side, the Kiva offensive would probably be impossible. Grand Duke? Allow me to speak with you. This was the first time I had ever heard his voice. The mask muffled it, so much I couldn't discern his age. I know you hope that the Tarkans of Garat will support you against Kiva. The infamous Omar Khan has found refuge to the north of I believe he can be a loyal ally to you. If you meet him, I kindly ask you to give him this. The masked Elaine presents you with a small, delicate pot. Oh. The Elaine bows to you and leaves. Look inside the small pot or entrust the small pot to the head of security. I'm curious for this time. Let's see what's inside. Very strange. A very bottom of the pot is covered in a strange ointment. The smell is strong and heavy, but quite pleasant. So a Tarkin has found refuge in a city to the north of here. It would make sense to seek him out. Would you like me to brief you on the operation, Grand Duke? Oh, certainly. Very well. Our objective is to capture the Kiva reactor. The city of Kiva is in the northern reaches of Garat. It is protected by the governor's own squadron. We need to force them out of the city. It is imperative that the reactor remain completely intact, which means that nuclear strikes against Kiva are not an option. However, we will face far worse threats to the success of this operation before we even reach Kiva. According to our intel, there are 5 gathering strike groups equipped with nuclear weapons somewhere in Garat. I strongly suggest avoiding them at all costs. The strike groups move from city to city on an average once a day. If the enemy spots us and has time to report it... No, of course. Strike groups will try to get close to us and fire missiles. Oh, here they come. So we need to steer clear of them and track their movements at all times. Information about the movement of strike groups can be obtained from radio interception, or by capturing one of the troposcatter communication stations. Due to Garat's vast size, the enemy has had to use these stations to send messages. Even one such station could supply us with priceless intel on the strike group's whereabouts, as well as the location of their aircraft carriers and their missile carriers, all of which is extreme importance if we are to prevail in this operation. The aircraft carriers, for one, can deploy attack aircraft from as far as 2,000 kilometers away. We must always keep this in mind. And lastly, there are transport ships moving to and fro between cities of Garat, and they're hardly ever, if ever, escorted, and could be easy pickings for us. A captured transport ship could be quickly ransomed for a sizable sum in any city, Duke, and we could really use some extra funds. Oh, wow. So that's how we're going to be making our money, then, is by capturing the transport ships. Interesting. Well, we're going to need fuel before we leave, so we best return to the city of which we captured in one of our previous episodes. Let's go to supplies. And we'll fuel up fully. You can see how it extends our range, too, by the way, and that we're completely out of cash now from the refuel. So those ships certainly cost us. There's probably many other ways to make, to get ships and such to join us, too, by completing side objectives or other things along the way. Alright, well, with our money gone, it's time to leave, I'd say. But we'll wait for the refueling process to complete. It'll just take a minute. Almost done. Excellent. Alright, refueling is complete. Alright. Where should we go first? We can make our way to the nearby city of Sheik. Alright, let's speed up time. Oh, radio signal. Well, let's switch our band. We need to pick up an enemy signal to find out what they're transmitting. It's getting stronger. There. There. Hydraulic something from Fulsair on a different route. Okay, let's continue. Alright, we may see some combat here shortly above the city. Tarkan, sir, should we prepare a strike group? Yes, General. Do you want to send these ships ahead? Yes. Alright, so we're sending a group separate. So we're sending a few of our ships out now. We've decoded a radio message that will keep us informed of enemy movements. The radio can be a little tricky to use. I have yet to get a little better with it. And deciphering and whatnot. There even seems to be a cipher code, which I haven't learned to use just yet. They cover the radio in the tutorial. Luckily, we know the enemy's not near us at the moment. And we're more than likely okay to go up the center. And then probably switch. But movements change every few seconds. Alright, strike group is in place. Time for some combat. Alright, it's simple. The Gladiator, Narvin are going in. Oh, this will be perfect. Let's go. Ooh, a beautiful morning. Incoming missile. Flares. Waiting for the enemy aircraft to approach. Ooh. A lot of unguided rockets, perhaps. Stand by. Stand by. Fire. Oh, good hit. Excellent. Our first kill. Wonderful. Let's continue. Excellent. Oh, there's extra things that we can do here. This is new. This is a downed aircraft and not actually a city. Interesting. So we could choose to do some things here. Put on protective suits. This will take extra time, but it'll save your people. Dangerous environment. All electronic intelligence and classified documents pass through this room. We should probably go for the radio room and get intelligence. Let's do that. Alright, let's get out of here. We need the strike group to catch up. The burning installation released dangerous quantities of phosgene. Several crew members were poisoned by the fumes. Holy crap. Wow. Oh, I don't want... Wait, no. Oh, they're... Oh, they were doing some of these things automatically. Oh, no, don't do those things. Apparently right-click pauses that. Don't do any of those things. Take off now. How do we stop that? If we cannot... landing in the city until the fire ends. Oh, this is a city and not a ship? Well, our crew is on the way. Ah, gift. Bronze folding. Alright, let's do a landing. This is all new to me. I'll have to learn this through trial and error. Let's land the Gladiator. Coming into a city now for a landing.
Fire reverse thrusters. Beginning final approach.
Beautiful.
Thanks for your hard work.
Oh, look at that beautiful city, man. How crazy. Well, this game now gives me feelings of faster than light with the decisions you have to make. In the prologue, we were only landing at cities. Here in this one, it seems like we're approaching wrecks and such, or at least destroyed cities. But it seems more like a wreck if it were to, you know, release gases and fumes and such. Alright, let's go ahead and jump back to the city. We will need fuel. And we have no cash from our previous operation, so we can probably take off again if repairs are complete. If there is really a need for repair. I guess not. We need to get the band back together, though. The rest of the ships are on the way. Green dot. And they should be landing shortly. Alright, let's take off again. We'll go to Shiloh. We'll make our way there. Tarkan, sir. Shall we prepare a strike group? No, we'll strike with everything we have. Could be an opportunity for money here. Okay. Notice about the afterburners. Aha, we could bring the Sevastopol this time. This'll be cool. Let's give this a shot. We'll use the carrier later. I hear that the carrier might not be fully functioning in this preview version that we have access to from the developer. So we'll bring it with us, and we'll maybe give it a try, but it's probably not working as intended at the moment. One of the last things to work on. Oh, we're gonna take some hits, but this thing's a damn tank. Here we go.
The fuel system is burning. The fuel system is burning. Fuel system is on fire.
Correct. Wow. Good work, boys. Job well done. Now, after a while, our ships will level up too, and yeah, that's a good thing too. They get some quite good bonuses, like for example, perhaps a faster reload or being fully loaded at the start of a battle, which makes them all too powerful. It's good stuff. Need a rescue order. What does that mean? Crew protection. Maybe we should do that this time around. We could secure fuel tanks. Looks like we can salvage enemy equipment, and some of it actually burns. Explosion hazard. Let's go ahead and go for that next. Looks like the wreck exploded, but nobody died. Let's go ahead and land. I'm not exactly sure what to make of this campaign so far. There's new things that I haven't seen before with wrecks exploding and whatnot, but it's like fast and light, taking advantage of opportunities to get equipment on a planet. It's really cool. Here comes the big boy.
500 meters.
Oh, we might be too big to land here. Uh-oh. Oh boy.
100 meters. Everyone get ready. Touchdown confirmed.
This is fine.
Success. Thanks for your
Whoa!
work.
It actually worked out. It thinks that I parked in 3 landing zones. Accidental genius. Excellent. The antidote. As you survey the ships before this next sortie, you overhear one of Facile's men eagerly describing his adventures. In the name of the heavens and the throne of the Almighty, I swear that is true, you hear him declare to his friends. When one of Timur Khan's Nayans called his grace our duke a servant at Elau, he had the Neon boiled alive in a cast iron pot. By the heavens and the throne of the Almighty, the Noyan squealed like a pig. The man suddenly notices your presence. He jumps to his feet and bows reverently to you. Explain to our allies have nothing happened. No matter. Let them believe whatever pleases them. The top one. Ah, we got that kindness back. I love this jank-ass parking that I've done. Now, you got to give me some beautiful Bob Ross emotes in the comments section there, members. That's gorgeous. That is one hell of a park job. 1, 2, because the landing gear's down here, but also the nose touchdown. It's genius. Unintentional genius. We're running low on fuel. I don't know how we're going to... Wait, did it just move? Oh, this is fine. That's fine. Look at that car scooting the hell out of there. Wow, that's hilarious. It moves every time. Oh, let's go back. I need to actually make a sale on something if we can. So let's see if we can sell things. Okay, so that's ammunition that we can sell. I don't know if there's actually a way to sell any of the parts we may have gotten, but it could be something to upgrade our ships with. We'll eventually need to ascertain fuel. So, let's just... It's my bad. My bad. We're triple parked. We got to get out of here. We're gonna get a hell of a bill. Let's see. Let's go to... I think we wanted to go to the west now. Actually, we'll go to Asherod, and then we'll try to make our way to the west. And I'm not exactly sure what each of these symbols are. Oh, this is a save point, perhaps. Oh, that's interesting. Very cool. Some of them seem to be like maybe areas to buy more unique weapons. Others seem to be areas to repair more effectively. Others are maybe recruiting zones for people and whatnot, like, well, that's an HQ there, but there could be ways to get more benefits by going there. Let's go ahead and, oh, there we go. Fuel depot with cheaper fuel. Okay. Well, that'd be cool. If we can find a fuel ship, that is. Okay. Let's go ahead and proceed. There we go. Looks like we're getting a phone call. Alright, let's see if we can tune this in correctly this time around. Oh, we'll need to find the band first. Getting close. Ah, there we go. Much better that time. Going to something. Uma Bochin carrying something refuel. Okay. Well, that's not near us, so we're alright, I think. We'll get better. Closer. Low fuel. We'll send our whole force. Alright. Let's go with the Gladiator again. Then the Narvin. Navarin. Let the battle begin. That was a little bit of a battle. Now, if you, you know, really took way too much damage, you can always retry, which is nice. So you can essentially do it without no hits. Which is pretty cool. Alright. Well, what can we pick up now? Everything is paused, so we have time to make our decisions. So I guess what this is enemy ships that crashed around the city after the battle. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I guess I get the point of putting out protection. And then we could search the captain's cabin. We could secure the fuel tanks. That would give us fuel. Well, we're desperate, so we better do that. Wonderful. Ah, great. And let's secure the captain's cabin. Reports indicate unknown Garadi Tarkan in area approximately 1,000 northwest of City Ashrod. Use caution when investigating area. Alright, let's land. Alright, let's go ahead and land with our Gladiator. Now, you can bring in all the ships if you want to... if you'd like to refuel them, you don't have to bring all the ships, but if you do want to modify them or add new weapons, you will have to bring the ships down. We could try the longbow just for fun. Let's give that a shot. Let's see our aircraft carrier.
Fire reverse thrusters.
beautiful. Oh, the wind is really pushing us. Steady, boys. Steady. Careful.
300 meters. Everyone get ready. Touchdown confirmed.
Woo!
Success. Thanks for your hard
That was not as bad as the Sevastopol, that's for sure. Once the ships have landed, the city's entire population comes to greet you. The people are shouting with joy, bearing flowers and gifts. They clearly resent the Lord Governor's rule. A messenger from the Doyen has arrived. He says that the Doyen wishes to see us as soon as possible, but he's too old to visit us himself. Leaving our ships could be risky, Grand Duke. The people will take offense if you refuse. Let's pay him a visit and see what happens. What they told you was true. The Doyen is indeed a feeble old man. When you arrive, you find him in bed in a dark room lit only by a fireplace. He does not waste any time on words of welcome. The Doyen says that he is about to die, but the Almighty has not graced him with any children. He therefore wishes to leave his greatest treasure to you. Oh, is he going to subscribe and turn on the notification bell? Is everybody watching? I'm sure certainly has by now, right? What manner of treasure is this? A man by the Doyen's bedside presents you with a small box. Oh, dude, Tic Tacs? Hell yeah. Better be cinnamon. I love those. Oh, what is this? What? Wait, what? Strangely glowing. Behold, my servant shall be exalted. Oh, is this a last will? Wait, what? Oh, wait, is this a piece of the Bible? But in Russian, but in English. This is like a piece of a former Bible or something. Book of Isaiah. What is this, Peter? Oh, you've never seen one before. This is a quota, Duke? Are you sure it's not fake? I'm no expert, but I've heard that the Garrote quotas are genuine. Is that how you pronounce that? Quotas. Maybe. They say that the Garrote quotas contain a prophecy of the Savior of the world. Ooh. This is getting interesting. But unfortunately, all attempts to translate them have failed. Well, it's literally in English. I can read it right now. My servant shall triumph. He shall rise. He shall ascend. He shall take place on high. Grand Duke, sir. Did you read it? But how? Look for yourself. The writing is clear as day. Peter throws a confused glance at the scrap of paper in your hands. I don't understand. How can you read this? What does it say, Duke? It's about some servant or other. There's more. My servant shall triumph. He hath been disfigured? He shall astound many a nation. The Doyen suddenly cries out, "That's right. It's all true." The old man fades into a wheeze. My servant shall triumph. My servant shall triumph. The Doyen begins to gasp and cough from excitement. His eyes open wide. The old man's family runs to his bedside. We are asked to leave. Everyone is stunned by the event, as we are. How did you read the quota, Duke? My dynasty has preserved the knowledge. I don't know. It's a miracle if you wish. Ooh, faith +1. You never cease to amaze me, Duke. Damn, this game has got all sorts of This is like, faster than the light times 10. Or faster than the light, I mean. With both the good and the bad that can happen. We've lost a few men on our journey, but, I mean, this is interesting as hell. Let's see. Prince Siati, read the quota of Garrote. What a strange, wondrous day it has been. Imlan Harish +1. Wow, everybody heard the news. Exciting, I must say. Supplies, well, we should have some more fuel from our adventure. Let's see here. Now, where can we go with our current fuel? Ha! Pretty much nowhere. What do we do without with a lack of fuel? What could we do? We could send out a strike group, perhaps, to go scavenge for other ships. Oh, there's also merchants' rare modules down there. Oh, that's marked for later, so we can always return. So as you can see, like the entire map reminds me, and is probably reminiscent of Faster Than Light, going between like planets or systems rather than cities and landmarks. And so we've gone a little bit so far, just right up the straight up the line there. It's going to get a lot more interesting, I think, as we go on. So we only have 8% fuel. We'd be able to go like 10 minutes, and that'd be about it. Wow. So we bought, I think, too many ships at the start. But we should be able to, like, maybe bring, like, one of them to go. Yeah, if we want to. Yeah, that's another thing we can do, too, where certain ships can get upgraded to have additional fuel or movement speed. So you can see where our, how our ships can move differently. There we go. Wow, interesting, I'd say. Very interesting indeed. Alright, well that is good for our first look at the campaign. Now, we haven't really started a serious, meaningful playthrough just yet. We've seen the prologue, and we've seen just a glimpse of the campaign, which is coming to this game very soon. And I really, really like what I see here. I think a lot of things for myself are going to be trial and error from doing them incorrectly over and over again. And then even when I feel like I have my feet underneath me, the game is still going to throw us off with random events and all sorts of things that can happen, you know, positive and negative. You can land at a crash site and find all sorts of valuables, or have your entire crew taken out by some sort of an explosion or radiation. So that's something to definitely keep in mind as you play. Well, that's going to be it for my time here for today at our first look. Really just our first look at the main campaign, and I have yet to even get my feet wet in this game, and I would like to come back and do a full playthrough then, closer to the release of this one. High Fleet, Deus and Nobis, available, I guess, now on Steam. Just add it to your wish list, and as it becomes available, it'll be there for you if you're interested in it. Otherwise, I think it's fantastic, and I can't wait to play more, and I can't wait for it to beat my butt multiple times until I finally reach the end. Just like in Fast and Light and many of the other games that we've played before on the channel. You guys have been amazing. Thanks for your positivity, kindness, and support. And again, if you have not subbed, make sure you do. Jump on the Discord. Giveaways all the time for this and many other games. If we get additional keys from devs, we always give them away to our community for all their awesome support. You guys have been amazing as always. Thanks again for being here, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you, everybody, and take care.